case. We live in a world where it's acceptable to put someone out. The reports have left out a whole lot. They did not give his story justice as to the man he was. So there's all sorts of conflicting angles to this story. One basically says that her mother was there for emotional support after the tragic loss of her husband, Kobe, and that her mother had been her rock. And then all of a sudden this comes out about her actually evicting her mother. And what gets me is that a lot of people, I guess Vanessa's actually saying that her mother is, I guess, maybe just doing this to get sympathy. There was one story, I believe, that I read that she also put her things in storage. People don't just put their things in storage just to get attention. There's a lot of ways that you can get attention without losing your housing. So, as I said, I have no idea what went on between the two, but depriving yourself of housing and not knowing where you're going to live generally is not one of the things that people do to get attention. So, I've been there. I actually lost my own housing and depended on, my own child. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. And there are many cases where, children will put out their parents, their older parents, their parents in general, their sick parents. I remember seeing that documentary, Michael Moore, where the man had numerous heart attacks and couldn't pay the mortgage, and his son was blaming him. Why aren't you more responsible? He had a daughter. The family had a daughter. The husband and wife had a daughter that took them in. But that's not always the case. We live in a world where it's acceptable to put someone out. It's acceptable. There's no sort of accountability if you put out your child, put out your parents. It's okay. So, as I said, I have no idea what went on. I only know the facts that I got here, that Sofia Laine was interviewed on Spanish TV, the Univision channel, and she said that, verbatim, she said, she told me, I need you to get out of this house. She also told me she wanted her car and she wanted it now. Now, that's what she told an interviewer. Vanessa, on the other hand, is saying that, like I said, she's doing it, I guess, to garner sympathy. She took all of her jewelry. That kind of gives me pause, because no one should be concerned about jewelry. I mean, it's just giving me something to think about. But I know there are too many people that get evicted, and I'm not saying the mother is right. I don't know that Vanessa said she was physically and emotionally detached from them since Kobe's death. So I really don't know, but I know that homelessness is no joke. So, I mean, it's just, there are no easy answers. I lost my own housing back in 2013 after a teacher layoff in the district where I was, and I thought family would work out, and it didn't. And I'm still reeling from that. So it's nothing that you can just write off as just saying, well, this is, we evicted this person and that be the end of it. There's probably going to be a lot more coming along on this story. I'm going to try to follow it. I also want to talk about Kobe's death in particular, how the reports have left out a whole lot They did not give his story justice as to the man he was. And I want to see that coming from somebody. Kobe's main mission, his primary mission that he talked about all the time, was the homeless crisis. He took that on like no one. That was just part of who he was. So that's why I continue to be interested also in Kobe Bryant and his passing and the big loss that the homeless community also suffered, especially the homeless community in LA, how they suffered as a result of losing Kobe. So this is just one of those developments that you don't know where it'll go, but I'm going to try to keep my um, stay focused on it to kind of make some sense out of it. My name is Lit. This is Lit's Talk. It's brought to you from the channel, my channel, as a third world and North America turns, where I try to shed light on things that you don't ordinarily see in mainstream. And yeah, third world is turning right now in America. Until next time, peace. Talk to you soon.